now everything is over. The villain's been beaten, and his army is scattering like startled pigeons. Our heroes stand victorious, finally wrapping up a 10-year quest that's taken them through hell and back. They can head to the royal capital now, ready for some well-deserved rewards and a lot of celebrating. It seems like the perfect ending, right? Well, not quite. What if the story really starts where others finish? What if it's all about what happens in the years after the big adventure? That's exactly what Frieren Beyond Journey's End is all about. In this fantasy series, we follow Frieren, the elven mage from the hero's party that took down the Demon King. For her, 10 years is just a quick trip, but for her human friends, it's a huge part of their lives. Beyond Journey's End dives into how different their views on time are, and shows Frieren trying to appreciate the short but sweet lives of her companions. Get ready for a story that starts when the epic journey ends. Join Frieren as she figures out life after the big win, learning that the real magic isn't just in fighting evil, but in cherishing the brief and beautiful moments with her friends. Frieren Beyond Journey's End, or Soso no Frieren if you want to impress your friends with your Japanese, is a fantastic fantasy manga series. It's written by Kanehito Yamada and brought to life with beautiful illustrations by Tsukasa Abe. This gem has been enchanting readers since April 2020, popping up regularly in Shogakukan's weekly Shonen Sunday magazine, which is a big deal in the world of boys' comics. By September 2023, the series had put together 11 tankobon volumes, which is the fancy Japanese term for book volumes. The story has struck a chord with so many people that it boasts over 10 million copies in circulation. Not too shabby, right? But wait, there's more. Frieren Beyond Journey's End didn't just stop at being a hit manga. It caught the eye of the folks at Viz Media, a publishing powerhouse co-owned by Shogakukan and Shueisha, and they've been handling the English version, making it easier for fans outside Japan to dive into this fantastic world. And as if that wasn't enough, the series has snagged some serious awards. It won the 14th Manga Taisho, which is a big Reader's Choice Award, and also took home the New Creator Prize at the 25th Annual Tezuka Osamu Cultural Prize, celebrating its unique storytelling and creativity. Plus, for all you anime enthusiasts, Frieren Beyond Journey's End has made the leap to the small screen with an anime adaptation. This means you can not only read about Frieren's adventures, but also watch them unfold in vibrant animation. It's the perfect way to experience the story from a different angle and see your favorite characters come to life. So, if you're looking for a series that goes beyond the usual happily ever after, gives you a deep dive into what happens next, and explores the beauty of fleeting moments, Frieren Beyond Journey's End is a must-read and a must-watch. The art in Frieren Beyond Journey's End is truly something to behold. It might not be the most intricate or detailed artwork you'll come across in the manga world, but it has a unique charm that really brings the story to life. The simplicity of the art style is one of its greatest strengths, allowing it to convey a wide range of emotions and messages with ease. Take Frieren, for example. Her facial expressions are often very minimal, yet they perfectly capture her mood and the nuances of her character. Whether she's feeling melancholic, thoughtful, or unexpectedly happy, her expressions are spot on and incredibly effective. The backgrounds are another highlight. They're beautifully crafted, capturing both the grandeur and the intimate details of the world. Some scenes feature stunning aerial shots that show the vastness of the landscape, making you feel the epic scale of the journey. Others zoom in on the small details, like the cobblestones of a city street or the leaves on a forest path, adding a rich layer of texture to the setting. One of the standout aspects of the art is how it manages to balance these large and small scales so well. It gives you a sense of the world's vastness, while also paying attention to the little things that make it feel real and lived in. This dual focus helps to immerse you in the story, making the adventures and experiences of the characters feel all the more vivid. Even though the art isn't overloaded with details, it's incredibly expressive. The way scenes are framed, the use of light and shadow, and the attention to the character's body language all work together to tell the story in a visually compelling way. It's a perfect match for the narrative, enhancing the emotional impact and making every moment resonate. In short, The art in Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, may be simple, but it's wonderfully effective. It captures the essence of the characters and the world they inhabit, making the story feel both epic and intimately personal. If you're a fan of manga that knows how to use art to its fullest potential, this series is definitely worth checking out. Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, stands out in the crowded fantasy genre. While many fantasy series stick to the tried and true formula of a heroes group banding together to fight an evil antagonist, this series takes a fresh approach. Sure, we've seen the classic setup before, heroes versus a dark, demonic tyrant, but Frieren flips the script in a way that's truly unique. Consider some of the most iconic fantasy tales, like J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. In The Hobbit, Bilbo Baggins is roped into an adventure by Gandalf to face the fearsome dragon Smaug. Then in The Lord of the Rings, Bilbo's nephew Frodo embarks on a perilous journey with Gandalf and a fellowship to destroy the One Ring and defeat the Dark Lord Sauron. These stories follow the familiar pattern of assembling a diverse group of heroes to take down a great evil. Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, however, asks a different question. What happens after the epic quest is over? This series picks up where most stories end, exploring the lives of the heroes once the villain has been vanquished. It's not just about the journey to defeat evil, but about what comes next, how the heroes adjust to life after their big adventure. The protagonist, Frieren, is an elven mage from the hero's party that defeated the Demon King. For her, a 10-year quest is a blink of an eye compared to her long lifespan. But for her human companions, it was a significant portion of their lives. This difference in the perception of time creates a rich and nuanced narrative, exploring themes of legacy, memory, and the fleeting nature of life. What makes Frieren truly unique is its focus on the aftermath of heroism. It delves into the quieter, more introspective moments that follow the grand adventure. The story doesn't just end with a victorious battle. It continues, showing how the characters evolve and adapt to their new realities. This approach adds depth to the fantasy genre, offering a fresh perspective on what it means to be a hero. So, if you're used to fantasy tales that end with the defeat of the Dark Lord, Frieren, Beyond Journey's End will surprise you. It's a thoughtful and poignant exploration of what happens after the storybook ending, making it a standout series in the world of fantasy. Most fantasy series, like The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, kick off with the recruitment of members and the start of an epic journey to defeat evil. It's the classic setup. Gather your team, face numerous challenges, and eventually take down the big bad. But what if the story didn't start with the call to adventure? What if it began after the journey was over? That's where Frieren, Beyond Journey's End takes a bold and unique approach. Starting with the end might seem like an odd choice for a fantasy series. Typically, this wouldn't give the author much room to develop the bonds between characters or showcase their growth through combat and stressful situations. You miss out on seeing them forge their relationships during those casual conversations around the campfire or when they work together to overcome obstacles. These moments are crucial for building character dynamics. However, Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, manages to pull this off beautifully. It uses well-timed flashbacks and subtle interactions between characters to fill in the gaps. These glimpses into the past help readers understand the deep relationships and histories among the party members. You get to see how they interacted during their quest, their strengths, their weaknesses, and the bonds they formed. For example, through flashbacks, you might see a younger, more naive Frieren learning from her human companions, or a key moment when the team overcame a particularly daunting challenge together. These moments enrich the story, allowing you to fully appreciate the depth of their relationships and the complexities of their characters. The series excels in highlighting the emotional and psychological aftermath of their epic journey. It explores how the characters deal with their new lives, the legacy of their heroism, and their personal growth. The interactions between Frieren and her old and new companions provide a rich, layered narrative that keeps you engaged and invested. In essence, Frieren, Beyond Journey's End flips the typical fantasy script on its head. It starts where most stories end and uses creative storytelling techniques to build the character dynamics and backstory in a way that feels both natural and compelling. It's a refreshing take on the genre, offering a deeper exploration of what happens after the happily ever after, and proving that sometimes the end is just the beginning. Continuing the story after the defeat of the main antagonist is a pretty rare move in the fantasy genre. But that's exactly what Frieren Beyond Journey's End does, and it does it in a fascinating way. The series spans a vast amount of time, breezing through 70 years in just the first 2 chapters, and officially kicking off 80 years after the hero's party originally set out to defeat the Demon King. This rapid passage of time right at the start is a clever way to reflect Frieren's unique perspective as an elf. Unlike her human companions, Frieren has a lifespan that stretches over thousands of years. This long life means time moves differently for her. Decades feel like mere moments. Because of her age and experience, Frieren tends to be a bit lazy, often sleeping until noon and spending months on mundane activities. The heart of the story is Frieren's growth. Initially, she comes across as somewhat cold and detached, unaware of the fleeting nature of her friends' lives. But as the story progresses, she begins to change. Through her interactions and the memories of her companions, Frieren starts to show more emotion and begins to truly appreciate the short but meaningful lives of those around her. The series beautifully explores this transformation. Frieren, who once seemed indifferent, learns to cherish the moments and relationships she has with her friends. It's a touching journey of self-discovery and emotional growth, making her a deeply compelling character. Frieren, Beyond Journey's End doesn't just continue the story after the big battle. It delves into the profound impact of time and the emotional evolution of its characters. By focusing on what happens after the happily ever after, it offers a unique and heartfelt exploration of life, friendship, and the legacy of heroism. It's a refreshing take that adds depth and richness to the fantasy genre, proving that the most interesting stories can begin where others end. The anime adaptation of Frieren Beyond Journey's End was a highly anticipated event in the fall anime lineup. Airing on September 29, 2023, it quickly became a standout show of the season, drawing in eager fans ready to see their favorite characters come to life on screen. The buzz for the adaptation started building long before its release. In September 2022, the news broke with the announcement gracing the cover of the 9th volume of the manga. Excitement only grew when it was revealed that the adaptation would be entrusted to the renowned studio Madhouse. Known for their stellar work on iconic anime like Hajime no Ippo, Death Note, Hunter x Hunter, Cardcaptor Sakura, Yu Yu Hakusho, Takt Op Destiny, One Punch Man, Overlord, All the Seasons, Death Parade, Parasite the Maxim, and No Game No Life, Madhouse brought a wealth of experience and talent to the table. The premiere of the anime was nothing short of spectacular. Airing as a 2-hour-long special, it kicked off with 4 episodes, each clocking in at around 20 minutes. This extended format allowed viewers to dive deep into the world of Frieren, immersing themselves in its rich storytelling and vibrant characters from the get-go. The adaptation stayed true to the heart and soul of the manga, capturing the essence of the story and its characters with stunning visuals and dynamic animation. From the sweeping landscapes to the intimate character moments, every frame was beautifully crafted, drawing viewers further into the enchanting world of Frieren Beyond Journey's End. With its captivating storytelling, stellar animation, and faithful adaptation, the anime of Frieren Beyond Journey's End was a true delight for fans, old and new. It brought the beloved manga to life in a way that exceeded expectations, leaving audiences eagerly awaiting each new episode and cementing its place as a standout series in the world of anime. The team behind the Frieren Beyond Journey's End anime is nothing short of stellar. With a lineup of talented individuals at the helm, it's no wonder the series turned out to be such a hit. Let's take a closer look at the brilliant minds responsible for bringing this beloved manga to life on the screen. First up, we have Evan Call, the mastermind behind the enchanting soundtrack of the anime. Hailing from the USA, Call is a seasoned composer known for his work on other acclaimed series like Violet Evergarden. His music sets the perfect mood for the world of Frieren, adding depth and emotion to every scene. Next, we have scriptwriter Tomohiro Suzuki, whose name alone is enough to get fans excited. Suzuki is famous for his work on the first season of One Punch Man, crafting a script that captured the essence of the original manga while adding his own unique flair. His talent for storytelling shines through in every episode of Frieren. Joining Suzuki is producer Yuichiro Fukushi, a seasoned veteran in the world of anime production. Fukushi's impressive resume includes his work on One Punch Man and Tactop Destiny, showcasing his knack for bringing ambitious projects to life. His expertise and vision help ensure that Frieren receives the attention to detail it deserves. The key designer for the series is none other than Reiko Nagasawa, a true master of her craft. Nagasawa is renowned for her incredible monster designs in Overlord 3, as well as her work on the designs and animation direction for Tactop Destiny. Her unique artistic style adds a distinct flair to the characters and creatures of Frieren. Last but certainly not least, we have director Keiichiro Saito, whose involvement with the series is a testament to its potential for success. While his resume might be short, his previous work on Baki the Rock speaks volumes. The massive success of this series makes Saito's direction of Frieren an exciting prospect for fans. With such a talented team behind the scenes, it's no wonder that the Frieren Beyond Journey's End anime turned out to be a masterpiece. Each member brings their own unique expertise and creative vision to the table, resulting in a series that is as visually stunning as it is emotionally resonant. Fans can rest assured knowing that their favorite manga is in good hands with this dream team at the helm. Frieren Beyond Journey's End is a true masterpiece, both in its storytelling and its artistry. This beautifully crafted work offers a unique and compelling narrative that captivates readers and viewers alike. Let's delve deeper into what makes this series so special. One of the standout features of Frieren is its seamless integration of magic into the story. Unlike many fantasy tales, where magic feels like an afterthought, here it plays a central role in shaping the world and driving the plot forward. Through exhilarating fight scenes, the series effectively teaches readers about the rules and limitations of magic, all without sacrificing the thrill and impact of the action. Each spell cast and every magical encounter feels natural and immersive, adding depth and excitement to the story. Both the manga and anime adaptations of Frieren are masterfully executed. The manga's simple yet unique art style perfectly complements the lighthearted banter between characters and the intense moments of conflict. The occasional colored panels, reminiscent of watercolor paintings, add a layer of beauty and depth to the visuals, enhancing the themes of discovery, realization, and understanding that are woven throughout the story. The anime adaptation brings this enchanting world to life with stunning visuals and a soundtrack that hits all the right notes. From the breathtaking landscapes to the heartfelt character interactions, every scene is beautifully composed and expertly crafted. The anime captures the essence of the manga while adding its own unique flair, creating an immersive experience that draws viewers in from the very first episode. At its core, Frieren Beyond Journey's End is a story about the bonds we share with others and the journey of self-discovery. It's about learning to understand and appreciate the lives of those around us and the connections that bind us together. Through its rich storytelling and breathtaking artistry, Frieren reminds us of the beauty and complexity of the human experience, leaving a lasting impression on all who encounter it. The animated adaptation of Frieren Beyond Journey's End is a stunning achievement in its own right. While it may have departed from the simple and unique art style of the manga, it offers its own visual feast that dazzles viewers with smooth animation and vibrant scenes. One of the most striking aspects of the anime is its ability to capture the vastness of the world from a bird's eye view. From sweeping aerial shots that showcase the scale of the landscape to the intricate details of everyday life, the animation brings every aspect of the world to vivid life. While the watercolor feel of the manga may be absent, the anime compensates with its smooth and vibrant visuals that draw viewers into the heart of the story. Despite the shift in art style, the attention to detail remains as impeccable as ever. The backgrounds are masterfully rendered, bursting with color and life in a way that elevates the storytelling to new heights. Each scene is a visual marvel, with every corner of the frame brimming with rich detail and texture. But it's not just the visuals that shine in the animated adaptation. The background music is a crucial element that enhances the mood and tone of each scene. With its smooth melodies and evocative arrangements, the music adds depth and emotion to the story, making even the calmest moments feel captivating. Overall, the animated version of Frieren Beyond Journey's End is a triumph of storytelling and visual artistry. While it may have undergone some changes from its original source material, it has emerged as a breathtakingly beautiful and gorgeously produced series that captivates viewers with its rich storytelling and stunning animation. Well, look at you, making it to the end of this video. But hey, maybe this is just the beginning of a new adventure. Every click on a new video is like turning the page to a fresh chapter, a journey into new perspectives where you learn to appreciate the quirks of others and, who knows, maybe even your own. These are the themes that Frieren Beyond Journey's End explores, turning the concept of the end into a whole new beginning. If you're into stories that make you think and feel, you're in the right place. So, if you liked this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content that keeps the adventure going. Got ideas or topics you want to see? Drop a comment below and let's keep the conversation rolling. Thanks for watching, and here's to the next adventure.